How would it feel if nobody attended your funeral? Let's start with the end in mind, shall we? Setting goals is normally associated with the SMART framework, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. However, what if we were able to set our goals in a different way, in a way that truly matter and that truly will help us build our legacy? Hi YouTube leader, welcome to the Meaningful Leaders channel. My name is Maria Aguirre, and for today's video I want to take a different approach to goal setting. We've normally been taught that we are looking for quantitative goals, and we use a framework for goal setting like the SMART framework, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. However, if we are to really create a legacy as leaders, there's a very, very powerful exercise taught by Stephen Covey in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is actually the second habit. And he walked us through a scenario that I'm going to be describing for you. And if you will do me the favor of closing your eyes and just immersing yourself in the following scenario that I'm going to paint for you, it will help you illustrate what I'm talking about and how this goal setting system is so powerful. So let's say that you receive an invitation for the funeral of a close person, a loved one. So you're dressed to the occasion, you arrive to the funeral parlor, you're walking through the room, and you start to identify people that you're familiar with. Some are family members, some are friends, some are all colleagues, people from your neighborhood that you are familiar with. And as you keep approaching the front of the room, you realize that there's a casket in the front. And as you approach the casket, the person in that casket is you 3 years from now. You're feeling the emotions in the room. You feel that there's this mix of nostalgia and sadness and joy when they're remembering things. There's a group of people talking about you. And as you sit down for the service and you go over the schedule, you realize that there's 4 speakers scheduled to speak at your funeral. One of them comes directly from your immediate family, maybe your spouse, maybe one of your children, maybe your parents. The second speaker is a friend, close friend, maybe your best friend is going to be speaking at your funeral. The third one is a colleague from work, a person that you either work recently or work a few years ago with. And the fourth one, and I'm going to change the framework a little bit for this one. The fourth one is somebody that you've led, somebody that's been part of your team. You were their boss, you were their manager. What they have to say about you. And with this image here, I want to ask you a question. What would you like each one of those 4 persons to say about you? How would you like to be remembered by them? What kind of person were you with your family? What kind of person were you with your friends? How were you as a colleague in your professional life? How were you as a leader? And going back to really that rawness that we feel when we think of something as powerful as that, I want you to go back to what your core values are. Because the best way as leaders to set up our goals and to define what success means for us is to really go back to the basics and realize what are the things that we are willing to fight for regarding the consequences. Those are our core values. And when our core values are straight, our goal setting becomes very, very effective. Our goal setting is going to be straightforward. Our reaction in a moment of crisis is going to be aligned with those core values, and the legacy that we are going to build are going to be aligned with those core values. So your success will be defined, but what are the things that are truly important to you? Certain people in society at large identify success with things like money and things like that house or that car or that position in the C-suite. However, how would you like to be remembered by the people closest to you? When PowerPoints are no longer important, where there's no more time to do a redo, how would you like to be remembered? What would you like that speech to look like? And what are you doing today, tomorrow, next week, and next year to make sure that you leave the people closest to you with the best version, with the best memory, and above all, with the best legacy of the kind of leader that you were? A lot to think about, and it's a new perspective. But I invite you to do this exercise because for me it has been extremely powerful, and I think that we all should at some point or another go through it, deep dive into it, and really write down what those speeches should look like and work towards building that legacy. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a valuable perspective on goal setting. It's not your normal one, but it's a different one, and it's a very useful one, I think. So if you like it, please leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe to the channel. See ya.